Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and doing a best of 3 Crimson Vow draft. Well, Sigarda Summons, fun build around, we can take it. Nothing exceptionally powerful in this pack otherwise. Paxson Pup is good for the Wolf Werewolf deck. Stalker is playable, Griff Rider's playable. Haven't really played Retribution, played against it. It can be powerful. Geist is playable, Minister's good, Chill's playable. A lot of just like playable stuff, but summons, we can try it. See if we can build around it, get a training deck going. I do think it's very good in the right deck, so we'll take it. All right, follow-up pick. Well, probably go with the Bleed Dry. There's Sigarda's Imprisonment in white, however. I guess, yeah, we could do that. Imprisonment is certainly worse than Bleed Dry, but if we already have summons, we can try and make it work. There's also Fellstinger, which is really good. Probably better than Sigarda's Imprisonment. I'm not sure if it's better than Bleed Dry. And there's also Lumber Knot in here. Those are all very good. I think I might still just take the Imprisonment. Still hope to make the summons work. If it doesn't work out, so be it. But this is a fun build around. I don't think it's an exceptionally powerful card, like I said, but we're late enough in the format where I can take fun build arounds and hope to make them work. All right, we can take Sharpshooter or Trainee. Both are going to be good with the summons. Trainee is on color, so maybe we take that. Although, if we really want to make the summons work, we're most likely going to end up white-green anyway, but we'll take the Trainee for now. We could end up with a bunch of white training War +1/+1 counter cards and end up in some other color. So might as well stay on color, even though I think Trainee's worse than Sharpshooter. Trainee's really good with the summons just because not only does it get the flying, but even if it dies, you put the counters on something else, then they have flying and they're huge too. So we'll take it. All right, here we can take the Griff Rider. Escort likely wants to be in the same deck too. There's Flame Blast Bolt in red, which is probably just the best, but we'll take the Griff Rider. I mean, we need as much training as possible if we want this summons to do something, so we'll take the Griff Rider for now. All right, no white picks here, so we're actually going to have to choose a different color. Like I said, green is the most likely color direction we want to go for summons synergies, so we'll take the Stalker, which is a playable card. You can flash it in. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take it. Giving up like a bat for it. Still don't like Graph Reaver. All right, another Imprisonment seems good. Get some more white removal. Pack a wolf, or pass a wolf rather. And that's fine. Stalker, Spore Crawler, we've got a Knife, we've got a Gift of Fangs. Well, Celebrants too. Decent cards in here. Could take the Knife. Knife actually might make the most sense. I like Spore Crawler and Stalker, but Knife with the training stuff we want to get going. We want training synergies, and getting blood tokens for colors that don't have a lot of card draw can also make sense. So Sanctify, pretty good sideboard card. Otherwise, Screaming Swarm in blue is quite strong. Some reasonable playable stuff here, but I'll take the sideboard card because we're for sure white at this point, and Sanctify seems like a good sideboard card to have. All right, 9th pick, Griff Rider. Nice pickup for us. More training, and not giving up anything too nuts for it. Okay, we can just take the rare here because I don't think we're playing any of these cards. Lumber Knot. We could splash Lumber Knot. I think it doesn't really seem like a card we would splash right now in this deck, though. Although if I take a Winged Portent, we're just basically getting 20 gems. I'm okay with that. I think the chances of playing Lumber Knot are quite low. Massive Might is good. I mean, Sheltering Boughs kind of works with training too, but so does Massive Might. Not really the same way you want it to, but that's all right. Sporeback Wolf and Massive Might number 2. I mean, Wolf's okay. I'd probably take another Massive Might. If we don't end up with enough removal, Massive Might can be good. And like I said, it's not optimal to play Massive Might to trigger training, but sometimes it's fine. I will just take the mulch now. All right. Voice of the Blast. Well, life gain-wise, we don't have much, unfortunately. Can take the Griffwing Cavalry. Gives us more synergies with Sigarda summons. I mean, there's common ways to the Minister, Ancestor. There's plenty of ways to... I guess, actually, Voice of the Blessed still makes sense with Sigarda Summons, doesn't it? Because if it gets 1+1/+1 counter, it's still bigger and flying. All right, I guess we can do that. And the Minister is something we still want for this deck, too. So, all right. Take it over the Cavalry. Sounds good. So, Infantry, third Sigarda's Imprisonment. We can just go deep on Sigarda's Imprisonment. Since, you know, can't find a ton of removal here anyway. I do like the Drogskull Infantry, and it's good with training, but that's all right. Infestation Expert is pretty excellent. Otherwise, Kindly Ancestor is pretty good too, and Witch's Web and stuff, but I actually like the Expert. I've found it to be quite good. And it can still train, and it just spits out a bunch of stuff. It's a good card. I'll take it. Runo, huh? All right, Nature's Embrace versus Sheltering Boughs might actually be an Efficient. As much as I hate Efficient, I would say in the Summons deck it does make sense, so we can take it here. Oh, geez. Airroot's a great card, but I guess we're not doing that. Adamant Will and Slayer. I don't really like either of those cards. I think that Waltzer would be good in here, but the chance of splashing it, I guess like it could happen. I mean, I don't really like Adamant Will, and we already have the better. I think Massive Might at this point is just straight up better. Don't really need Nature's Embrace, although I guess technically it works with Train too. Probably just take the Waltzer. The chances of splashing it are quite low. But we're in green. Maybe there's a chance we splash it. We'll see. Spore Crawler is pretty good over Adamant Will. I guess I'm okay with that. This trains well as well. Mariner's pretty good. Millipede does work with summons. Probably just take the Mariner. I think it's going to just end up being all around better than Millipede, even with the summons. Grolnok, well, a lot of blue stuff in here. Blue seems to be open, but that's all right. Probably just take another Mariner. Not really worry about splashing. I think we're going to end up with enough playables where that's not going to happen. Wow, Cavalry came back. Well, that's cool. So, +1/+1 counter stuff. We have Efficient, Trainee, Voice of the Blessed, which currently we don't have any life gain. 2 Griff Riders, Cavalry. Decent. Decent amount of +1/+1 counter stuff so far. And our removal's not bad either. All right, I guess we'll take a Sheltering Boughs and probably not play it. All right, Witch's Web is pretty playable, actually. So we got 8 non-creatures, which means we pick up 4 more creatures and we basically have a deck. And I'm okay with our removal suite at this point. I guess I'll just cut green. Nature's Embrace, probably not happening. So no life gain currently for Voice of the Blessed, but that's all right. If we don't end up playing Voice of the Blessed, it's not the end of the world. Blood Servitor, probably don't want it. Concealing Curtains is a good card, but probably looking at Wolf Strike. Otherwise, Snarling Wolf trains well. There's also Heron of Hope. All these are fine. Probably take the Wolf Strike. We don't have amazing bodies for it, but we have enough bodies where it's going to be good here. And we can probably run it over probably Witch's Web. Or sometimes I run 14 creatures. I'm okay with that too. All right, got a Minister. We could do that. It's good with Train. Otherwise, Infantry is also good with training when you pay the Disturb. And there's Recruit, which has Train. Wow. These are all good. I mean, I'm basically just taking Minister because it's good with Train and it has synergy with Voice of the Blessed. That's probably a good enough reason. And we'll probably get the Recruit back, hopefully. Well, maybe not. We'll see. All right, could take the Evolving Wilds. We're going to take the Recruit because it's a good card in general and it's good for our deck, so we'll take it. It's something that our deck wants. All right, options here. Well, We have 10 humans. Disciple's looking pretty good. Disciple's also very good with Train, and we have a lot of humans. That's pretty tempting, actually, but Valorous Stance is excellent removal. I mean, we do need some more creatures. We need 2 more. Probably still take the Valorous Stance. It deals with a lot of feel-bads in the format. And probably ditch this, and probably ditch 1 Might. And it just makes our removal quite a bit better. I mean, Disciple, a lot of good options here, honestly. Wow, here's Downfall in there, huh? Could take the Vampire Slayer. Probably don't need another knife. Okay, we'll take the Slayer just in case we need it. It's at least a sideboard option. Spore Crawler versus Mariner. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4 4-drops. Yeah, we can go Spore Crawler. It's a good trainer that's a little bit cheaper than Mariner. Okay. All right, another Griff Rider or Piercing Light. If I take the Piercing Light, because we have 15 creatures, yeah, I can... Piercing Light's probably a better option than Massive Might. Although if I take the Griff Rider, I probably want to upgrade the... Yeah, we want more Train, I think, so I'll upgrade the Vampire Slayer, I think, to the Griff Rider. Get more +1/+1 counter stuff. All right, Scarred Imprisonment. Sure, we'll play 4 of them, I guess. I'm actually not convinced Voice of the Blessed is good in here anymore. Just because we have 1 way to gain life. So... I mean, granted, it's very good synergy, but at this point, probably just ditch the Voice and the Wolf and just play all the +1/+1 counter stuff. Okay. I'll take this for sideboard. We already have a Slayer, and sometimes getting rid of graveyard stuff can be okay. Probably won't matter either way. All right. This deck looks okay to me. We're a little bit clunky. I wish we had a little more early game. But... yeah, we're a little bit 3-drop heavy, aren't we? Alright, for that reason, I might cut like a Stalker and do like... maybe like a Wolf instead, because it's good with training and lowers our curve a little bit. I think that actually makes sense. Could do the Slayer. I don't really like it. Voice of the Blessed, like I said, we just don't have a life gain to support it here. It is just the Minister, and that's not enough for me to play a hard-to-cast 2-mana 2/2. I don't think we need to bring Slayer in here, but 3, 7, 9, 10 3-drops is quite a bit. I mean, I might need to fit a Vampire Slayer in here just so I'm staying kind of busy early, but it's just not a very good card. I think I'm just going to have to accept this. Don't have as much early game as I'd like, but this will have to do. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Okay, we're on the draw. This hand's acceptable. A little bit clunky, but our deck's kind of clunky, so it's to be expected. These lands look so sweet. Uh-oh. Graph Reaver's going to beat us up, huh? Well, the good news is Imprisonment on a Graph Reaver looks really good. But we need the white mana first. All right. So managed to draw 0 lands the whole game and rapidly died to some guys that we would have had the answers for. let's go to game 2. Guess I didn't need to show him the planes there, but probably doesn't make too much of a difference. All right, let's see. So I could blow up a Blood Fountain with a Sanctify, not worth it. Not much other information given, so I think we'll just run it back and hope to draw better. All right, play first. Let's keep. So I think this turn we'll get in for 3. Best use of mana, because then next turn I can do the knife and equip. Or I can pump and play the knife. Both those options are pretty good. Alright, this is a fair trade. Our 1-drop for their 2-drop rare. We already dealt 3 damage with it. Snarling Wolf does its job. They're 3-color too, huh? Okay. Oh, I could Valor's Stance that. Probably not worth it. Alright. That's a better Valor's Stance target. I guess we could imprison it too. Maybe that's better. Yeah, because if it ends up in their graveyard, then Blood Fountain can get it back, so I like this more. Alright, play land, play another Mariner, pass. Alright, so now let's see. We can equip the knife on the Mariner and play the cavalry. They could double block the Mariner with Socialite and Pup. But then we could Valor's Stance, so this is actually fine. I don't think they want to double block anyway. Oh, I see. They can double block that way. Actually, this is fine. We'll just Valor's Stance the guest and kill the Socialite. I'm cool with that. So I can imprison the pup. So we'll go cavalry. Equip the knife on the rider. Get him for 3. Next turn we should have lethal with cavalry, mariner, and rider. I think. With the double train. I mean, they're gaining life here, but I still think it's lethal. They could find removal, though. They have plenty of tokens to dig with. Looks like they found the removal they needed. Oh. That makes sense. Ah, Wolf Strike. There's a good draw. All right. So we're getting for 11. Pass. Alright, we can let him attack. I think I'll just Wolf Strike their biggest power guy. Alright. All right, what are we doing here? Let's see. So they've got Exploit, which does make our Sigarda's Imprisonment worse. But they just have the Blood Fountain, which is also... Blood Fountain is worse against most of our removal, which is Sigarda's Imprisonment. But, I mean, it's still definitely playable against us. Graveyard Exile can be good against Blood Fountain as well, but we didn't see much other reason to do that. I'm not quite sure what their splash color is yet, because they haven't shown us anything that would be worthy of splashing. Like Wolf and Blood Petal Celebrant are weird in the same deck that's running a bunch of green stuff, so it looks like red is their splash, but I don't know why they're splashing Blood Petal Celebrant. Maybe they just didn't end up with enough playables. Vampire Slayer can attack into Gluttonous Guest and can technically trade with Socialite, but not in like a productive way. So I'm not necessarily feeling the Vampire Slayer, although it can be something we do early. Maybe to give us a little more early protection, it could be worth it. Because they came out of the gates and beat us down pretty quick, but gosh, Slayer doesn't look that great, to be honest. Yeah, based on what I've seen, it really doesn't block much that they have. It'd be more of an offensive play. It's probably not worth it. All right, opponent's playing first. We'll keep this. I wonder if they have multiple Graph Reavers. It's been their turn 2 play every game. Alright, we'll chill here. Alright. So I can Valor stance that. It's definitely not worth it with that draw, so we'll do the Griff Rider. Alright. Go land, attack for 2, probably play the Mariner, see if they bleed dry the Flyer. Alright, I'm cool with that. Valor's stance does not protect that anyway, so alright. Sure. We have an easy choice here. Yeah, they didn't even want to exile. So they can block with all 3, but then we get a really nice 2-for-1. So I'm just going to do this, and that's fine too. Now we can let it flip. Even though they can attack back, our dude now cannot be blocked by any of their guys. Plus we have Valor Stance for protection and a bunch of removal in hand, so this is fine. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, round 2, we better mull this. 1 lander and no white mana, obviously, and a bunch of expensive stuff, so this one's not going to work. All right, this one's a keep, and we'll ditch. Well, do we ditch an imprisonment? Probably. Could ditch a land. I forget, are we on the draw? Ditch the expert. I might just... Do I ditch a land? I guess so. A little bit dangerous here. Alright, well, worked out. Alright. Unfortunately, the Ballista Watcher gets us pretty good. We've got like all X1s in hand. Oh, that's too bad. So I can be able to use their Ballista Watcher. So we better not play anything. So now I'll go Mariner. They can make it so it can't block with the wielder. Or they can just kill it. Just gonna eat our 2 guys, but I'm hoping it eats their mana up. I can't do anything else, so it doesn't really matter. So Vampire Slayer will come in. No reason to block with the Recruit because the guest has Trample, so it's kind of pointless anyway. Yeah, they're not going to give us the opportunity, so it doesn't really matter. Losing against Wielder, whether it can't attack or not here, it looks like. Alright, we'll do this. Is this creatures only or any target? Any target. Wow. Yeah. Well, Wielder's an incredible card, so. Got just caught twiddling our thumbs the whole match here. I mean, I guess the land is good. It gives us a big expert, but I think the Watcher, Wielder, whatever you want to call it, is going to kill us here. It's a good one. All right, so can attack. Summoner definitely kills us though, because I don't have the mana to exile Wielder plus do anything else. All right, we'll go to the next game. We don't have to show them any more information. So Wielder caught us, whether it could attack or not. Like I said, we're gonna bring in the Vampire Slayer because they seem pretty hyper aggro. We don't have a Crushing Canopy, so we can't deal with this too easily, but that's all right. Anything else? Massive Might can be good against Rending Flame. It can be good against burn-based removal. That's true. Wonder if we just cut some clunkiness here. Because our X1s are going to be pretty terrible against their things. Maybe cut the Knife, cut a Recruit, and then we bring in like a Massive Might for some more protection. Combat trick stuff. Knife is better in some situations, but I think might be better against their burn-based removal. Okay. All right, we can play first. Keep. They got both rares, huh? That's pretty good. How does this work? Deals combat damage, then you create it and it can come back. It can't block though. But making blood tokens when you deal damage is pretty good. Pretty tempted to just do the recruit though. I think I will. It's the best use of mana, and I don't know. I feel like if they play a Ballista Watcher here, at least I can kill it, get it out of the way, and start training a lot. They could board wipe us with the Vampire Burn spell. Vampire board wipe spell. That'd be pretty strong for him. Alluring Suitor is a good card. All right, let's see here. So, while they're tapped out, I think is a good opportunity to Wolf Strike, especially since Suitor with the imprisonment actually can still do things. So we'll take this out, get our training on, and be looking pretty good. Vampire board wipe still gets us really good. It doesn't kill our Officiant, but kills everything else. All right, opponent deliberated for a little while, ended up conceding. So they've got, yeah, both the vampire rares, rare flyers is pretty good. We do have, oh, we didn't get any of the sharpshooters. That's right. Oh, that sucks. Well, Witch's Web's looking better now. So maybe we want to do the Witch's Web instead of the Massive Might. It's more expensive, but now it's got more actual utility to it. So probably want it. Yeah, I think that's it. Could bring the recruit back, but we were on the play there. I mean, on the draw, Vampire Slayer's probably better. Hopefully. Okay, this hand's not bad. Both colors, early protection. Hopefully you can get to our mid game and do something. You know, bolt it or what? Oh, braid. Okay. All right, good draw there. If they have the Ballista Watcher, we'll have to figure something out. We have the Imprisonment, I guess. Ooh, Scavenger's a good one. We'll play the recruit and pass. Could actually do the cavalry. Okay, let's do that. Because then we can fly over top with the mariner. Alright, they have the bolt too? That's too bad. If I'd had another land, I could have protected it. They have the Rending Flame too? Sure hope not. Oh, just a Blood Vial Purveyor, huh? Nice. Let's see here. So... I can play the recruit. Okay, here's what we do. We play the recruit. We get a token. So the Purveyor is going to attack as a 6/6. Then after it gets the pump, then we can Witch's Web and hopefully eat the Purveyor. And if they have the answer for that, then so be it. They got us. They have all 3 rare vampires. Pretty slick. So yeah, they have the Rending Flame, then they got it. Oh, they did have that. Well, that's all right. We're going to end up just trading a boatload of stuff, I think, here. Not what I want, but they got a deck full, just chock full of goodies, so what can you do? They have more removal, too? All right. They literally have everything. You get the game. You can absolutely have the game when you have everything. You were meant to win, and there's nothing I'm going to do about it. We'll see you for round 3. All right, round 3, we'll play first. Slam Dunk Maul. Keep this. Ditch. I mean, we could ditch the summons. All right. It's like the whole point of playing this deck, but if we're already mulliganing, it seems difficult that we're going to get there. And we probably win more likely with this stuff anyway. All right, missed land, unfortunately. Noticing a trend here. Missing lands in all 3 games. Just a grip full of 3 and 4 drops with not a land to be seen, huh? All right, we'll go to the next game here. We're not going to come back. Sideboard. Well, looks like they're aggro humans. Could bring in the Vampire Slayer. Don't really like it. I think we'll just run it back. All right, play first. Keep. So they have the Fiery Retribution, but that's all right. So they have to remove 2 counters in order to blow up enchantments. That's too bad. Guess we'll strike the initiate. Don't really want to imprison infantry. Oh, just an Avabruck Caretaker. Cool. Lock here so we don't die. There's no draws we have that can get us out of this. Spore Crawler's certainly not it. We're at 3 life. I guess it buys us 1 turn. So they can give it trample and lifelink, so I think we die anyway. All right, so ended up going 1-2. Still want to make a Cigar to Summon deck that works, but haven't been successful with that yet. I think I've won a game or 2 with it. Fun card, just not good enough. Kind of sad. Certainly can't beat the likes of Avabruck Caretaker. Avabruck Fun Sucker. Let's do some pack 1 pick 1s. All right, back one, pick one. I guess we'll go Griffin Cavalry. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.